Hey Yankee, I was going to do a video game review. Can you move for a moment?
Yeah, just give me a moment. What the hell are you dressed up as?
I'm Kamen Rider.
Justin, you make me want to punch a kitten.
Oh yeah.
Hello everyone, I am Kamen Rider J-Dub, and I am your host this evening.
You take that thing off right now, or I swear I will punch you in the eye!
Oh, come on! I have a mask and everything!
Change now!
Aww.
But I really do like Kamen Rider.
In fact, it started in 1971, very close to my birthday, making it as old as me. And it's really weird that I didn't get into it before now, as I'm a recent convert to the Kamen Rider franchise, thanks to Sean Faust. This genre of show is known as tokusatsu. It's basically people that transform into costume heroes, becoming more powerful in the process. Sometimes their identities are secret, and sometimes not. Kamen Riders started off as a series of cyborg humans fighting against various evil organizations, mainly the villainous Shocker organization. The character had a belt that helped him henshin, or transform, into a hero Kamen Rider. Several games have spawned from this show, including a game for the Famicom that was Kamen Rider. But one of my favorites is Kamen Rider Climax Heroes for the PlayStation 2. But this game actually had a sequel, which was Kamen Rider Climax Heroes for the PSP. And this is the game that's on loan to me that will finish up on loan month. It's a fighting game where you choose one of several Kamen Riders to see who's the strongest. This game focuses on the Heisei era riders and actually came out in December of 2010, so it's still pretty recent by those terms. Here's the controls, and don't forget that the accept button for Japanese PSP games is always going to be the circle button, not the X button like it is in the US. The D-pad moves your rider around. Boost your power by pressing and holding down. You can block by pressing away from your opponent. Square is your light attack, X is a heavy attack, and circle is your special attack. The left and right triggers are used to sidestep. To jump, press up and in a direction. You can dash forward or backward by pressing the D-pad twice, either towards your opponent or away from them. You can do a grab attack by getting in close and pressing away from your opponent and the X button. Do a sliding attack by dashing and pressing X. Tap forward twice during an attack to cancel, but you can't cancel out of a special attack. The bar just below your health bar is the block meter. Block too much to fill it up, and your block gets broken. Free attack on you, not good. And you can do one of the Kamen Rider finishing moves if you have all 4 power bars filled and you press the triangle button. If your rider can transform or use a special ability, then that's what you'll use the analog stick for. Some characters need you to move the stick in a specific way. Like with O's, you'll choose the medals for your henshin by pressing left, right, or up. Then you can finish it by pushing down.
Henshin! You aren't the Kamen Rider! You can't henshin!
Henshin. And each rider has their own specials as their power gauge goes up, so it's important to learn them. Like Kabuto can cause time to slow down for your opponent. Meter management is important in this game. Have a low meter, and you might not be able to pull something off. If you switch weapons, then you might need to use different attacks, so learn as many attacks as you can. When you play and somebody goes into their red bar, then you can get into a climax time. Activate your super and mash the buttons to move the bar in your favor, and then do a special move and defeat your enemy.
Rider kick. Rider kick.
cream of potato. Now when you start the game, you will choose which mode you want to play. There's Ragnarok mode, the main gameplay mode, arcade mode, versus CPU for a single match versus a computer, versus 2-player for PvP action, training mode, a gallery mode to see your unlockables, and options. You choose your writer, choose your gimmick if there are multiple gimmicks, and then the form that you will use your gimmick in. And then you go into battle. And that's pretty much it. Then it becomes just a regular fighting game. In the Ragnarok stage, you go from point to point and battle baddies, as well as other riders. There's a bit of a storyline, but it can be skipped for the most part. But there is a way to do things here. Gray areas mean that they're safe. Any red areas means that you're going to battle. And you're going to do a lot of battles in these stages. Sometimes they're just goons and minor bosses, and sometimes they'll be bigger opponents, like riders who don't know you from Adam. And some of these have a time limit. You can choose to continue onward, use an item to boost your stat should you start to get low, and finally you can choose to quit. Also, you can only go one way on the map. You can't travel backwards. This means a lot of replayability. Even if you go back to an area after beating it, it can be different and many times harder. Now it doesn't really play like any other fighting games out there. Well, it's slightly reminiscent of Dragon Ball Z Budokai games, but it's got a unique fighting system and is really a lot of fun to play. This game will keep you busy for hours on end. There's just so many unlockables and so many characters to play as. The graphics are good and the gameplay isn't stiff at all. The music is interesting, and there's a lot of voices in this game as well. They're also going to be coming out with a Kamen Rider Climax Heroes 4s later on in Japan this winter. If you like this one, you might want to even check that one out. Now when I first played this game at MagFest, Sean and I both knew nothing of Kamen Rider, and we just didn't get the whole appeal. And so this game really wasn't that interesting. But now that I've seen the series and know of the characters, then I must say that this game took on a whole new level of enjoyment for me. Now there were a couple of other games released that continue the style of Climax Heroes. There was one for the Wii, and like I said, one for the PS2. Unfortunately, because of region locking, you really can't play the Wii one without a Japanese Wii. But the PS2 game can be played on any console with a few simple modifications to your PS2 and a disc swap. Or you can put it onto a hard drive with an HD advanced disc. But those are kind of hard to find anymore, and you kind of need to own the game to do it legally. But the PSP game is region free and works on any PSP. Yeah, take a lesson from that 3DS! Aw, I can't stay mad at you. My little schnookums.
You think that you can play this? Now you can. You think that you can play this? Let's see what he said. I know that you can play this. But only if you follow JewWario. You can play this. You can play this.
Hey Yankee, I'm finished the review. I'm going upstairs to get a soda. You want anything?
Huh? No, I'm okay, man, I'm okay. Dear JewWario. Man, why do I get a bad feeling about this?
Wii とプレイステーションポータブルにOOO登場。メダルを使いこなしコンボチェンジで戦え。さらにフィールドを駆け巡りたくさんの敵たちを倒して進め。そして最強フォームが使える。カウン・ザ・ヒーローズ。君が選ぶライダーは仮面ライダークライマックスヒーローズOOO。カードがついてくる。こっちもよろしく。